Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I am very excited because this is my first time doing a 24-hour readathon, but I feel like I don't know what I'm in for. I go to bed early, and when I'm like tired, I knock out. Like, I can't keep my eyes open, but we're gonna do our absolute best to get through 24 hours of reading because your girl is in a book slump. I think I've talked about this in other videos, but it is September 25th and I have read a total of 1 book. I've read 1 book, you guys, and I didn't even read the whole book in September. I started it in August. I was reading Kingdom of Ash and I finished it in September. Since then, I have picked up books and put them down and picked them up and put them down, and I cannot get through a freaking book. So this is going to be posted afterwards, but I did do a Fourth Wing reading vlog. That already went up, so if you haven't watched that, go watch it. I am on like page 390, so I'm thinking that to kick off today's readathon, we're gonna start with finishing Fourth Wing, and then we'll jump into a few other ideas that I have. But I'm really hoping that this 24-hour readathon just gets me to push through a few books so that I have a better wrap up for the end of this month. I just need to read. So I'm doing this 24-hour readathon so I can force myself out of this book slump. Like, I just feel like there's no other way around it. I have to force myself out and I have to just do it. So that's what this 24-hour readathon is all about, getting me out of my book slump. Hopefully I stay awake the whole time. If we need to, we're gonna go to the store and get some energy drink, stuff to keep us awake. But we're doing, as you saw when I put on our timer, we're doing 9 a.m. September 25th to 9 a.m. September 26th. So we're gonna read for 24 hours straight. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Minimally every hour I'll check in with you. But yeah, that's the goal. So let's go ahead and get started with Fourth Wing and finish this baby so that we can jump into our next books, and let's do it. I finished it. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I could sit here and just wallow in my speechlessness for the rest of the day. Like, how do I jump into another book after this? Like, how do I move on from this? And I was supposed to read this to get me out of a book slump, but how do I move on from this? How? Alright, so Fourth Wing is done. I think I'm gonna eat some lunch. I have like leftover Chinese. I'm gonna eat that. It's like my little lunch break, okay? And then we will pick out our next book. So I am going to keep my timer going because 24 hours is a long time to stay awake, and I've actually been up since 8 a.m. and I'm reading until 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm gonna keep my timer going. But if for some reason I don't make it through this and I feel like I need to sleep, I will add this time back. So I'm gonna keep track of how long it takes me to go to the store and all this stuff, so that if I need to add this time back, I will, because I won't cheat you guys out of 24 hours, I swear. I think like taking a little lunch break will allow me to recover from this. If you've read this, go watch my reading vlog, because I put all of my spoilers for this book at the end of it, and you just gotta go watch it. We're gonna put this down, break my little heart, eat some food, and be back. Alright, so I just finished my lunch. We currently have 18 hours left, and it is 2 p.m. I don't know where the time has gone, I really don't, but we're gonna pick out our next. I'm actually thinking that I want to read Love Theoretically, because I started it, got like 8 pages in and put it back. So I'm kind of thinking about reading that. But I also want to read The Perfect Marriage, but I just feel like after Fourth Wing, I just kind of need to do something like lighthearted, and I think Love Theoretically will be that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna read Love Theoretically. Okay, so I started Love Theoretically like the beginning of this month, and I got to page 14. Yeah. So we're gonna start where I left off, because why not? But the only thing I've like read so far is that basically she has this side job where she pretends to be people's like fake girlfriend, and she's this guy's fake girlfriend, and his brother's name is Jack. I don't know, he's helped her out a few times because I think it was diabetes she has. Yeah, I think it was diabetes, and he helped her out 1 or 2 times or something like that. So that's really all that I remember from the first 14 pages. And this is how you know I got bored, because I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Who does that? It's because I hate books with long chapters. But this book has long chapters, just like Fourth Wing did. Are you kidding? This chapter is 25 pages. Chapter 2 is 25 pages. What as an author justifies you giving us such long chapters? I'm just a short chapter kind of girly because it keeps my attention span here and it gives me good stopping points and stuff like that. I don't know about you guys, but okay, I just finished chapter 1 and interesting. So basically Jack, Greg's brother, her fake boyfriend's brother, is totally on to her with this whole situation, and he's like asking her questions that he knows that she probably won't know the answer to, or if it was really his girlfriend she should know the answer to, but she didn't. And so at the end of the chapter it was just talking about how like she asked Greg what the answer to the question was, and it was complete opposite of what she said to Jack, and it's just kind of funny. I like that. Like, so far I can tell that there's definitely humor in the book, and I really like that because I need a little laugh after getting my heart broken by Fourth Wing. And I love first person point of view books. Most books are first person, but some of them aren't. It drives me off the wall. But yeah, so that first chapter was decent. I think I'm going to go set up my hammock and we're gonna move outside because I need to get some sun. These stupid Target stickers, dude, I swear. All right, let's go get set up outside and read outside. Alright, I decided to come inside because it's extremely hot outside, and I was falling asleep, and I literally got through chapter 2 and it's like 3 p.m. and I'm like falling asleep, so I can't do this. We're gonna go to the store. I'm gonna stop and get some Starbucks, and then we're gonna get all of our energy drinks, and by all I mean like maybe 2 for tonight. I need to get some energy in me. I am reading so slow, and I think it's because I'm so tired and I feel like my eyes keep crossing. I feel like the main reason I'm so tired is because of the fact that I know I have to stay awake for 24 hours.
Hello, welcome to Starbucks. This is Debbie. What can I get started for today?
Hi, can I get a venti iced pumpkin spice latte?
All right.
And that'll be all.
All right, it's going to be 7:08. Come on around, please.
Okay, thank you.
Come on around, please. Hi.
Hi.
It's going to be 7:08. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Okay. Secured. Okay, we're just at Walgreens because it's literally on the way to my doctor's office. So we're gonna run in. I need some chocolate and we're gonna get energy drinks. We made it! Okay, so I know I said I was gonna get snacks. I got this Alani, which I've had these before, but not very often. And then I got this Red Bull because I know for sure that'll wake me up. And I'm craving chocolate because today is the day. And of course, a venti iced pumpkin spice latte. So I don't want my energy drinks yet, so I'm popping these in the fridge. All right, now that we have what we need, we can for real get our lives together and dive further into love theoretically. So far, I kind of already talked about her job and everything, but she is applying to this new role. One of the hiring managers, like, who's collaborating on the interview and stuff like that, told her, like, this is gonna be really difficult because the other hiring manager, he has a very strong opinion on the other candidate and all that stuff. So, which I'm gonna say this because seriously, I saw this coming. Who wouldn't? But turns out she goes to dinner with all of them, and turns out the other hiring manager is Jack. Surprise! Monica, she kept calling him Jonathan Smith something, and then his name when she met him through Greg is Jack Smith. I just 2 and 2, you guys, 2 and 2. All right, we're gonna get set up in the front room and we're gonna jump back into love theoretically. I'm sorry that I'm moving so freaking slow, but hopefully this venti iced pumpkin spice latte kicks in and we read fast, because I think my brain will move a little bit faster now that I'm getting something in my system. Hopefully it helps. My pumpkin spice. Are you a pumpkin? Are you a pumpkin? Alright, I just got to chapter 7 and I'm 100 pages in finally. It is 5:39 p.m. We have 15 hours left. I'm definitely reading a little bit faster now that I got some energy in my system. I think I'm gonna really power through this book. Honestly, I'm enjoying this a lot. There hasn't been too much going on yet, but it is so far pretty lighthearted, and I do really like the main character. Her name is Elsie, which is such a pretty name, but she's been just kind of going through personal things with her job and everything, and they've explained her relationship with her family, which isn't the greatest, and she has a roommate that she's good friends with, but mostly because like they were kind of forced into a situation to live together, and right now her fake boyfriend is nowhere to be communicated with. He's like at a retreat. So like she's in this really bad situation and she needs to be able to contact him, but she can't because he's in the retreat. So things have just been like really chaotic because of that. She views herself as somebody who like morphs her personality to like the people around her, but like sometimes that is not always the worst. Like professionally, that is not always the worst trait to have. I have that trait sometimes professionally too, where you have to morph yourself for the people around you, and in a sense like it can get you places, it can help you build relationships. Like not everybody is gonna like you for who you are, and sometimes you can accept that and sometimes you can't, but it also depends on that situation and like who you're impressing. Like when it comes to bosses, obviously you want to impress your boss, so morphing yourself to impress your boss and stuff like that, you're still not going outside your personality. You're never going against your morals. I feel like I'm going on like this really weird rant and it probably does not make any sense, but I just feel like she views it as such a bad quality, and in a way it is a bad quality to have, but at the same time like it's completely human, and I'm not trying to normalize it or anything, but it is human, and not everybody can have that F it mindset, and not everybody can get their way up by being themselves. Like I'm a very shy person and I have a hard time with relationships, and I've got to constantly like in my job field I'm morphing myself for the people around me because there are so many opinions that will get me to certain places, and there's so many like powerful opinions, I guess I should say, that can really make impacts on your career. So like being yourself to an extent, but like building relationships based on the other person too is really how you win people over. And so she's good at what she does, and she's good at like the lectures, and she did a really good job with her like presentation in the book because she can morph herself, and like I just don't think it's the worst quality in the world like she does. Yep. All right, okay, let's keep going. It's getting dark out, so that's why I have my ring light on, but I'm moving a little slow again. I don't know, I'm a slow reader in general, but I don't know, but I'm on chapter 11 now, which is page 141, and it is 7:23, 13 hours left. I'm definitely enjoying this so far. I feel like the reason it took me so long to get this far though is because my boyfriend just got home from work. I just talked to him a little bit about his day, and then I placed an order for some pizza and that'll be here soon. I feel like she is in the midst of like finding herself. I feel like this whole journey that she's on right now, she's like in the midst of like finding herself and finding who she is, and like when it comes to Jack, she's like, I'm just gonna be me for me, and like who cares what he thinks or says. And it's like I can see some character development happening, and I really like that. Oh, this book has so much like little humor in it. It's so funny. He's like, hey, you know how sometimes there's shoes on the power line? Who puts those there? And that just made me laugh because if you know, you know. But that is very funny. Okay, so I don't know where the heck else I saw this from. I swear I read this in another book and I cannot freaking remember what book it was. I don't know, but basically she says, like they're talking about Twilight and how she likes Twilight, and she was like, also, I like to imagine Alice and Bella ending up together after the movie is over. That's the second time I've read that in a book, and I've never ever thought about that, but like, what is this theory? Like, I'm so confused. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I'm on page 190. I don't remember where I last updated you. Was it chapter 11? I'm coming up on chapter 15. Something really crappy just happened and I feel so bad for her. That's what it is. I think she's gonna come back from it, and I think she's like, things are just gonna pick up. I'm sure they're gonna pick up. I really hope they pick up for her. tell that I'm getting tired. It is 12:51 and we have 8 hours left. Yep. I just finished Love Theoretically. Why did it take me so long? I'm just a slow reader. So this was really good. I'm kind of in my feels about it though, because honestly, like, there was some professional interactions that happened in this book that I just really truly related to between like her and her mentor, and it just really put me in my feels, because that feeling when you like trust somebody with everything that you know and you love, and like you're so dedicated towards a career and you have somebody that you think you can trust, and then you feel that betrayal. Like, I've been there, and it's very, very difficult, especially because she has such a hard time being herself for people and like showing up as herself and speaking for herself, and confrontation and stuff like that. She's very like indecisive and lets other people make decisions for her. So like she just like, it's so hard to overcome a betrayal in a relationship like that, and I feel that in my core right now. So I'm just a little bit in my feels, but I don't think I'm tired enough yet to start drinking an energy drink. I do think I need to change my scenery up. I think we're gonna move upstairs, and I'm trying to decide what I want to read next, because I want to read, but I kind of want to put an audiobook on. I really like listening to audiobooks and reading along with them, because I'm a slow reader, so it helps me like just move a little bit faster, and I'm like retaining everything at the same time, and if I want to be a little lazy I can when I got the audiobook in my ears. So like I really am thinking about an audiobook. Sorry. I am thinking about an audiobook. It's just looking at the books on my shelf, I'm like, are any of these worth one of my Audible credits? Because I do plan on using, only have 2 right now, and I'm not going to buy any extras most likely. So I plan on using one for a fact for Crescent City, the first one, because I'm going to start that in November, read the second one in December, because the new one comes out in January. So I only have 1 credit to work with, and I'm like, is it too early in the night to read 1 credit? I'm sorry. I don't know what I just said. Is it too early in the night to... What am I saying? Is it too early in the night to use my audiobook? Because you like, you know when you're reading and you're like falling asleep? But since I'm not like exhausted yet, should I read a book and then do the audiobook? Or should I do the audiobook and then try to read a book after when I'm exhausted? I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, I'm gonna get up, use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna go set up my little spot upstairs, and then we'll pick up. So I've already read these 2. I want to read this. I don't want to waste an audiobook on it, because I know that it'll be an easier read. I can't read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because me and my friend are supposed to read that together. I'm not interested in reading either of those. I do want to read. I've already read those. I don't feel like reading self-help. I will probably fall asleep if I read self-help. I'm not reading this. So do you see my dilemma here? So we're basically down to these 2 books. I mean, I could read this one. I could start this one, and then I could audiobook this one after. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take all 3 of them upstairs, and I think I'm gonna try this one, and I'm gonna give it like 50 pages, and if I'm still not in it, I'm putting it back down, and we're gonna start one of these 2. Ugly Love or Perfect Marriage. Alright, so I made a little bed. It looks so... It's like, so it's actually a mattress for like when people come over to stay, like one of those foldable ones. So now we just use it for when we have guests, and I didn't feel like putting like actual sheets on it right now, so forgive me for the non-aesthetic bed. But I brought 4 of my books up here. I brought the ones we talked about downstairs, and then I brought, it's called Many Lives, Many Masters, and I'm just very intrigued by it, so if I feel like it, I might read it tonight. We'll see. I am not cracking open an energy drink quite yet. I'm not quite there yet, but I do think around 2 o'clock I'm gonna go crack one open. And I'm debating on turning this light off or keeping it on. I really like it off because I love the vibes, but I don't know if that'll make me sleepy. So I think we're gonna start with it on, and then maybe when I get my energy drink, we'll go off. Oh, Lovey, you're so tired. Yeah, he wants to go to sleep, huh? Sit like you are. Look at both your paws. Okay. I love you too. Alright. I look so crazy, I'm sorry, but you guys, this book is so boring. I'm struggling so much. It is 2:16 and I think I gotta put it down. I read about 50 pages and it's just everything I'm reading about is so pointless. I'm literally halfway through the book. Almost halfway. It's pretty close to halfway. I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna DNF it again for the second time in a row. I'm also getting kind of tired. I did find The Perfect Marriage on audiobook on Hoopla, so I'm gonna go crack open my Alani. And then we're going to read/listen to The Perfect Marriage. And maybe I'll I don't know. I'm gonna try just listening to it. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I took all my makeup off, that's why my face looks ridiculous. And then if I finish that, which I will, I'm probably gonna do Ugly Love after, we'll see. a.m. We have 5 hours left, and I feel like I'm gonna make it. I feel good. I just got to chapter 15, and it's like, the chapters are really short, so that's nice, but it's pretty crazy so far, to be honest with you. But basically, it says, Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. At 33 years old, she is a named partner at her firm, and life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He is a struggling writer who has little success in his career. He begins to tire of his and Sarah's relationship as she is constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at Adam and Sarah's second home, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. Then, one morning, everything changes. Adam is arrested for Kelly Summers' murder. She had been found and stabbed in Adam and Sarah's second home. Sarah finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. But is Adam guilty or is he innocent? So, I'm on chapter 15, and it goes between his point of view and her point of view. And his point of view was he left her there perfectly fine. Like, he's having this affair, he's been having this affair, but he left her there safely. And she was having an affair too, she's married, and her husband was just like super abusive. And so I feel like it's her husband, because he is also the sheriff, so I feel like it's her husband, and he just set up the crime scene to frame Adam. That's what I really think. Terrible for Sarah, because she's his lawyer, and she's like trying to separate her personal feelings from her professional feelings, and like that is extremely hard when you just find out that your husband has been only having an affair for a year and a half, but now she's dead in your lake house and you're caught up in all of this, and like you find it all out at the same time, and next thing you know, the husband of the mistress is a deputy or a part of the police department. So like the odds are not in her favor whatsoever, and she is so successful at what she does, and like the worst part is their relationship's actually good. His mindset's not. She's cool with their relationship. He isn't, and it's just because she works so much that he feels like unloved, which absolutely zero reason to cheat still at the end of the day. Like, but he's also kind of an obsessive person. I can tell from like his point of views and stuff, he's very obsessive. He's obsessed with her, and he's obsessed with the mistress. He's obsessed with the mistress too, and it's like he just has obsessive thoughts and obsessive tendencies over like things, and he's definitely like kind of crazy. But I don't know. We saw his point of view. We saw him leave her perfectly safe at the lake house, and so I don't think he killed her, unless the book is not telling me something. But I don't know why it would give me both point of views and like not tell me his point of view of killing her or anything. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm 78 pages in. I think that it's I think that it's the husband, since he's so abusive, because we saw like text messages from him. But honestly, who knows? It's kind of the beginning of the book still, and he's I imagine there's gonna be it can't be that easy, you know what I'm saying? So 5:56. We have 3 hours left. I just went and woke Dwayne up for work. On chapter 42. So far, this book is one of those books where like there's so many like twists and plot twists, and you're like, okay, it could be this, and then you're like, no, it could be this, and then you're like, it could be this person, and you're like, oh no, this person did this, and it's just like you're coming up with all these like accusations and solutions and like ideas and theories of everything that's going on, and like trying to piece everything in the puzzle together, and like you think you know, but then another piece of evidence comes up and you're like, okay, maybe I don't know. And you know what I just freaking realized? Like, this is my first time thinking about this, okay? What if it was the wife? And why am I just now thinking about this? What if she's the one who killed the girl? She's the lawyer, she's the wife, she had motive, and nobody has even thought that it was her. She hasn't even been pinned as a suspect at all. That's weird. Normally you would think that the wife would be questioned right away. So I'm intrigued. 6 a.m. thoughts for you, but I'm probably going to update you guys when I finish this book, And then I think I found a few more audiobooks. I'm gonna keep going with that, just following along with audiobooks because it's helping me stay awake. So, update you in a bit. It's daylight. It's 7:21 a.m. and we have an hour and 38 minutes left, and I feel like a psychopath. Because who stays up for 24 hours? I don't know. I'm tired. I can't wait to go to bed. I want to say screw this last hour and 38 minutes, but I also hate not following through with commitments. And so I'm like trying to force myself because I committed to this. But okay, I just finished The Perfect Marriage and the ending was very, very dark. But whatever, that's done. Sorry. Because we only have an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes left, I think I'm gonna read this. I started this. It's a very short book. It's like 220 pages. It's not long. So I'm definitely going to be able to finish it very quickly because I also have the audiobook of it. And so we can knock it out really fast. There wasn't an audiobook of Ugly Love. So I'm not going to read this one because I won't get it done. Holy crap. So basically this psychiatrist had a patient who had like really bad like agoraphobia and some like mental disorders and really, really bad anxiety and like certain fears. I don't even remember it all that much anymore. The things that I kind of remember are he started seeing this patient and he had no belief in spirituality, nothing like that, but he was very like fact driven, and so any type of research or anything like that, unless it was backed up by facts, he didn't believe in it. But then he ended up, this girl, the patient that he went to, I forget her name, she went to multiple doctors. I cannot talk. I am so tired, you guys. She was referred to him, and so he took her in and they just started doing like meditation and stuff like that, and then she ended up falling into like a hypnosis, and they dove into a past life somehow, and he didn't believe in that type of stuff quite, but then he realized like she was recalling a memory, and he's like, this isn't her current life. And so all of her anxieties and her nightmares, she was having them like every single night, like terrorizing nightmares, were coming from past life experiences. And I think it says she had like 89 past lives or something crazy like that, and they had to literally deep dive into every past life they could to try to heal some of her anxiety and heal some of her trauma. So they were able to like work on some of it and fix a few of her anxieties and traumas, but like I'm still reading, so it's been a few months since I picked this book up, but yeah, that's like the gist of what I remember. But I do enjoy like just kind of reading stuff like this and seeing some experiences that people write about. So here we go. I look so rough, you guys. I finished Many Lives, Many Masters, but the audiobook was really annoying because it didn't really go with the book I had in my hand. It like kept skipping a lot of parts, but I was like, I don't have the patience for this. You guys, I have 18 minutes left. Okay, this book's still here. I'm gonna read it for 18 minutes and then we're done. And then I'm gonna sleep the rest of the day. And I know I'm making my dog mad because I've been up all night, and so he's been up all night and he's like, Mom, can you just go the frick to bed? And I'm like, bro, I wish I could. Oh my god, I'm so tired. You guys. Alright, let's power through these last 18 minutes. Okay guys, it is the next day. I literally slept until 5 p.m. yesterday. I was so tired. I don't stay up all night like that, and I mean, I'm still young, but I'm like getting older, and it's just like, that's a lot. But that was my 24-hour reading vlog. How many books did we get through? Fourth Wing, Love Theoretically, Perfect Marriage, Many Lives, Many Masters, and then we tried to get through Love in the Time of Serial Killers. So 4 books in 24 hours, that's not too bad. I'm not mad at that. Like, not too shabby. I feel like that was a very successful 24-hour reading vlog. I mean, I stayed up the whole 24 hours. We got through 4 books. That was good. I could see myself doing it again. I still feel like I'm catching up on my sleep. Normally when people stay up for 24 hours, it honestly takes a few days to like get back on that sleep schedule, but hey, it was worth it. 4 books, worth it. If you guys stayed and you watched the whole thing, I had so much fun with this. I hope that you guys had fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope that I will see you next time.